Hello, everyone. We'll be starting now, and I'd like to welcome you on our fourth webinar of the Internal Comms and Technology series organized by Inco Club. This time we'll be talking about online tools that help to engage people that join your meetings, bigger, smaller meetings, different kinds. And we're having today with us Agata Brataniec, who is an experienced facilitator, and she will share with us her tips and tricks and different ideas on how to make all of that happen. Welcome, Agata.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. Yes, my name is Agata Brataniec. I'm the founder of development space for managers called, well, to translate it into English, Breadth of Opportunities. Well, and it explains my idea of how I would like to work with people, like giving a kind of breadth and so that people can develop their opportunities. And as Diana said, I'm a facilitator. I've been facilitating mainly strategic and project sessions. I'm also business trainer, design thinking moderator, and I used to work for many years as a manager, project manager and team manager in different companies. It was both NGO sector and private sector and corporation sector. And I have a pleasure to spend this hour with you. And well, I hope you will get some tips and tricks and some ideas that will enable you to, well, make your meetings even more engaging than it is than they are already.
Okay, and before we move to that, just a moment, a couple of information, a bit of housekeeping. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask them in the chat or just unmute and say what you would like to ask. Just please remember that this webinar is being recorded, so in case you will speak, then your video, if you share it, and your name will be visible on the recording as well. And if you have any technical questions or technical issues, then please let me know in the chat. I will be here in the background all the time to support the webinar from the technical side. And Agata, the floor is yours.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Diana. Can you give me the right to share the screen?
Sure.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Cool. Very well. Thank you. Okay. So, well, good to see you. If you, well, I always have the same request to participants. If only you've got the chance to turn on your camera, you are welcomed. Of course, it's not obligatory, but it's always nice to see real faces behind the screen. Well, what I would like to talk today well, is the way how we can engage participants in the meetings. And well, since it is a webinar, it will be rather me who will be talking. However, I hope you will be able to take part into some activities that I would like to invite you to. Feel free to ask questions and well, to comment, to object, to confirm, whatever you want. Well, what I'm going to do today is to give you the opportunity to taste some collaboration tools. I mean, I would like you to see how you could use them in your organization to make your meetings more engaging. And so that at the end, you can create a kind of your own tool list. I'm going to talk about 4 tools. And what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to, well, to describe you and to discuss different options that you've got them there, because this is something that you can read on the web page. So I won't repeat what you can read on the web page, but I will show you how you can use those tools. So this is my my intention today. And what else? Well, the first thing that I would like to say and underline is that engaging meetings, it is not about fancy tools. It's about the goal. I'm a little bit fanatic about setting goals, and well, this is true. But you know, the goal without purpose is meaningless. Yeah. So you have to know why you are inviting people to the meeting. Yeah, this is the first basic thing. It's cool to have them on the meeting, but think about what you would like they experience, they think, they say, they maybe come up with some ideas, and how you would like to end up this meeting. Yeah, what is this one thing that people should have at the end of the meeting? And it's not only about like more or less formal meeting. I'm thinking about like brainstorming sessions. This is the same thing for more official meetings like town halls or whatever you've got in your organization. Think about what people, why they are invited, what should they know at the end. So these are the basic things, and the tools are to support you, to support their engagement, to sometimes they can help you to direct their way of thinking or to grab their attention. Before we start, and this is the first theoretical introduction, when you start your meeting, ask participants about something engaging, neutral for them. Yeah, like how do you feel today? And to do so, I'm going to share a link with you. A link to a tool where you will have the opportunity to, well, to vote, depending on how many people you've got on the meeting. You may be able to ask them directly. That's something I could do today. However, I prefer to do it using the tool because we are talking about different tools today. So you've got the link. What I can also, so there are two ways. You've got the link, and I'm also going to share the screen, and you will see my screen as well. Share the screen. But Diana, host disabled participant sharing screen.
Let me fix this.
Thank you.
And that's a brilliant moment to maybe mention that it's worth to have additional person in the meeting to support you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just a moment.
Because I don't have to bother about it. Yeah, you can just assign me co-host rights or something like
Please
this.
check now.
Okay, perfect. Working. Okay, so what you can see on the screen is the Multimeter tool. And I would like you to tell me, how do you feel today? We've got several options. You can go to menti.com and use the code that you can see at the top of the page, or use the link I sent you, as you prefer. And yeah, please decide, how do you feel today? Once you submit your answer, we will see. Well, I see angry tiger here. Okay, a dog that I guess needs a hug. Okay, how do you feel? Doggy. Doggy's winning. Doggy mood. Okay. Someone wants to add his or her answer? I see someone writing on chat. Karina, I don't understand the options. No worries. Yeah, choose based on the image, definitely. This is just for fun. It's nothing serious. So you can just submit the image how you feel today, like an angry tiger or maybe a dog that needs a hug, or maybe like a sheep having a quite, well, let's say, weird mood, or maybe like a cat in the cage. He's seeing the opportunities, but he cannot access them. Okay, so I see the dog that is winning. Well, this exercise, it has like two goals, actually. First of all, to see how are you feeling today, yeah? And the second is to make you smile. I saw you, Thomas, smiling, so I've managed to achieve my goal. So start with something that, well, that is quite meaningless, actually, but where people can, like, for example, Christina, sorry, ask questions, because it was nothing important. But if you would like to use this tool for something more serious, it's good to have like a pre-step before, yeah? To show people how to log into the tool, how to use it. We had a problem here, yeah? So in order to avoid issues while working on something more important, you can have like a pre-exercise to show people how to use the tool. And of course, you should have some time to actually to explain them how the tool is working. And now, since we are talking about meetings, I've got another question. Because we are talking about online meetings, and well, probably it's just my theory, you might be a little bit fed up already, because that's something that, well, we've got on the common basis starting from the last year. So I would like to know, what is your, well, actually, how do you usually feel during your online meetings? And please stay on Menti.com tool, but answer to another question. How do you usually feel during online meetings in your company? Yeah, just like 1, 2 words, and we will see. What is your experience? How do you usually feel? I don't want to suggest anything. You've got the same web address, menti.com, but the new code that you can see at the top of the page. And you can use it or in your browser or in your mobile. What is this experience? Is thinking process in progress, or you've got some? I see already the first answer. Okay, tired and focused. Oh, focused. Okay. What are other experiences, feelings? These are like contracting. What a difficult word I choose. Contradictory feelings, like focused and tired. Normal. Okay, cool. Interested. What else? There is, of course, no good and wrong answer. It's like bored. Okay. Tired. Frustrated. Okay. Distracted. Disengaged. Okay. Yeah. So we've got a variety of experiences. Okay. Okay, cool. Another answer, chained to my chair. Oh my God. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, this is true. Definitely. Okay. Anyone would like to add something? Last chance. No. Okay. Okay. Cool. I see we've got a variety of feelings and experiences. What I showed you is how you can gather, again, some thoughts from the groups, some feelings, experiences, opinions, in the very simple way. Yeah, just 1-2 words, and you've got kind of image of what may happen during the meeting. And we've been using the same tool. The reason is I'm not going to show you today a variety of tools. I mean, plenty of them. Is that when you use too many tools, people feel lost. They need, if they don't know those tools, and you think I'm the fancy one because I've got so creative ideas, they don't feel so. They need to see where I should log in, whether I should give my email, my name, whether it is anonymous or not, what should I do, where I should submit my answer, I should use my browser, my mobile phone, whatever. So do not exaggerate. It's better to have a moderate number of tools, but to use them effectively, rather than have many of them and make people feel lost, because they will be disengaged. Okay, thank you for your answers. And now we've seen that we've got a variety of different experiences. So now how we can, well, and before, because I was 2 paths away before, I would like to ask you, what would you like to learn today during these meetings? I'm going to share another link. You know, creating engaging meeting is sharing links. So please click on the link, and I will explain you how the tool is working, because I think it's not very common. However, I really like it. What you should see on your screen is a web page. What would you like to learn today? And it's a free tool called Padlet, and you can create free Padlets here, like virtual dashboards, and well, you can customize them as you want. And how to use it and how we are going to work. Think about one thing that you would like to learn today. And I already see you know how to do it. Just double click on the screen, or you can use the plus that is on the bottom right corner, the pink plus. So just write down what you would like to learn today, one thing. And then I will tell you what we are going to do next. Like 2-3 minutes to do it. Which tool is the best? What kind of, for what kind of a question? Tricky one. Okay. See a process of building up experience. How to engage the audience. Okay. We've got 3 answers. What next? Different ways of interactions. See pro. Oh, I already see you know what you should do next. Cool. Very predictive tool. We've got 4 voices, 2 more. If you would like to add something, feel free. How to make meeting engaging but still manage to get my points across? Yeah, actually here I can already answer to this question. I mean, your points across should combine with people needs. And the first thing is the goal, what you would like to achieve and whether it meets people needs. Okay, I see you already put your votes here. And indeed, I would like you to vote for the most interesting topic question, but you cannot vote on your own idea. And the voting is by adding, by clicking on the heart. If you click, you are giving 1 point. If you double click, well, you change your mind. So please let me know what is. You've got 1 voice, and you cannot voice on someone others. Well, on your own, sorry, on your own idea. Okay, we've got the winner. How to make a meeting engaging but still manage to get my points across. Well, I would say that to give you the example, my goal today is to engage you, to make you experience how to use some tools. So my focus is on engagement. However, if it would be a business meeting, my main goal wouldn't be engage people. It's something that you should do to have an interaction, but business meeting is usually not about engaging, but about deciding, creating ideas. So we have to have a balance between engagement and business goals. Okay, what you can do also, so we've got already 2 functions of this virtual dashboard. First of all, we can use it as post-its, then we can vote, and then what we can do is to make connections between different ideas. If I click on 3 dots, we've got connect option here. Probably you can see it in Polish because I've got a Polish version and I haven't thought about it, you know, when I was preparing. But what you can see in the pink button is connect. So you can connect, for example, this blinking post-it, which tool is the best for what kind of a question. You can connect it with this one. You can connect this one with another one. So you can just make connection. Yeah, feel free to try how it works. It's very simple. And the good thing about this tool is that you do not have to sign up, because there are many dashboards when you have to sign up. And here you can stay completely anonymous. You don't have to sign up. You've got just the link and you can work. And connecting those post-its actually is another way of clustering ideas. So it's a good tool for brainstorming. And for me, I've got the information what you expect today. So in case you feel you don't have the answers to your questions, feel free to ask questions, unmute or ask question on chat so that I can answer you. Okay. There was a question about different tools. So now we will be still using Padlet, but another function. And I would like you to share your knowledge right now with all of us. And I'm sharing the link right now. Still Padlet, so you already know how to use it, but different option. What I did here, I already impose my my idea how I would like we work here. The first Padlet was completely free. Yeah, you could add your ideas wherever you wanted, and you wanted to write, well, actually what you wanted. Here, I'm imposing something. I would like to know what is the tool you use for online calls, first of all, and secondly, for online collaboration. I made a difference because it's a little bit different, like online calls and online collaboration. So please write down what tools do you use, and then I will explain you what we can do next. Okay, I see Zoom, MS Teams, Trello. Oh, cool. Blue Jeans. I don't know that one. Google Meet. Zoom, Teams, Slido, Mural, Trello. Okay. Okay, so think about other tools. Oh, Jamboard. Someone is using Jamboard. Cool. So the good idea here is that this is, well, that what we can do here, we can structure answers. I don't have to waste time and, well, grab your answers from the whole screen and cluster them. They are already clustered. So we've got some order here. And this is something that I'm going at the end of the meeting, export into PDF and send you back so that you've got some ideas at the end of the meeting. Plectica. Cool. And the other good thing from this kind of work is that we are brainstorming. I would say it's managed brainstorming because I imposed you 2 categories, but I already see the tools that I don't know. So I hope you will be sharing some, I don't know, Plectica, and I have no idea what Blue Jeans is. Or at least Blue Jeans is not what I mean here, probably. So, okay, so now please vote. You can vote and upvote for the tool that you know the best. Etsy, oh my God, cool. I'm learning all the time. So you can use, yeah, voting tabs. This time we've got like fingers, not hearts. The tool that you know, and we will see what is the tool that we don't know. I'm going to show you another cool function of this tool that I really like. And actually, I don't know other tools that have such an option here. Okay, Miro. Okay, yeah. And here you can use as many votes as you want. So if you feel familiar with all those tools, feel free to add your vote here. Okay, let me see. I see Zoom is winning. Then we've got Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, that are the most used. And for online collaboration, we've got Miro, Slido, and Trello. Okay. And what you can do here, you can comment on those post-its, and I will add a comment to show you how it works. The similar tool is Asana, and you can add your comment here. So when you are brainstorming and working with your team, you can comment on different ideas and still have it in order. So this is a great tool. You do not have to multiply those post-its to add comments. And you can do it in 2 ways. I mean, you can, I'm here in an anonymous way, but if you change settings, you can have people signed in and see names. It might be important when you are collecting questions and you would like to come back with the answer to a certain person. So it might be useful. But if you want them to feel free and use the anonymous way. Okay, so if you want, you can just add some comments like, I would like, oh, WebEx, okay. I would like to know something more. I don't know the tool, tell me more. If you want, so that we see what we would like to learn more on, actually. Or if you know some similar tools, like I wrote below Trello that Asana is offering some, well, some similar functions, you can just add your comment. I think WebEx is quite similar to Zoom right now. I will add my comment here based on a theory of system thinking. Oh my God. I would add some more here, like Slack. Miro. The very similar one is Mural. This one doesn't require it doesn't require to download anything. Even my mother-in-law managed to use it. Okay. Well, my interpretation of this comment is it's not a very challenging tool. Am I right? Okay, cool. Okay, it's good to know. So we've got a kind of toolkit, actually, that we can use for our work. Would you like to comment on that? What are your experiences? I mean, comment on a regular basis, like unmute yourself and share your experience, or maybe ask questions right now. And now,
I would actually want to learn more about this Plectica tool. I'm not sure like who has experience with it, but that sounds interesting.
So I come out of the hiding then.
Thanks.
So Plectica is basically a surface or an environment which is built on an idea that comes from Cornell University, where there's a couple who are working with systems thinking, and they came up with an observation, basically, or theory. It's quite robust theory, by the way, that every single person, when we're thinking about systems and we are creating ideas and analyzing things and constructing, okay, when we are creating mental models, basically, we are only doing four things. One is we're separating ideas from others. We're putting them into boxes. So we are differentiating or yeah, okay, anyway, so boxes, that's the first thing. The second thing is we are trying to see how those boxes are relating to each other in terms of structure. So what is containing what? So it's an inside or above, below structure. We are creating tree structures, basically, and placing things inside each other. So that's the second move. The third one is we're trying to figure out how they are relating to each other in every other way. So if it's not containing, if the relationship is not containing type, then what else? And then so basically we draw other lines and arrows between stuff. and we label them with different boxes again. So, and the fourth one is we are viewing things from different vantage points. So basically, if we gathered all the boxes, put them inside each other, then connected all the pieces together and labeled them with boxes which also contain some other stuff inside them, then we can look at every single box from every single box's point of view and see how the whole system looks from this vantage point or from that vantage point. And so they created this system, this 4 major step system, and tested them in kids aged 6 to 10 or something like this. And then using this kind of experience, they created the software environment where you can actually build anything using these 4 principles. And they added a few extra things, like you can add attributes and you can do certain things, even more color boxes. But then you have a really robust, powerful tool. And basically, you can use it, for example, building a course, a meeting. You can define the boxes as time slots or exercises. Within them, you can do steps. You can assign any kind of content. You can upload pictures. You can move the whole thing around, organize it into columns or freely. You can draw lines, label them with even more structure inside them. So it's a really, really powerful tool.
Sounds like a very powerful tool.
Yeah, it is. It's basically, I've been using it for almost a year now, and I've been able to track a whole course in it, or prepare a whole several-day course, everything in it. And we printed a big sheet, and we went to the place, and we had everything on this one sheet.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
And we could follow the whole thing, and it's really powerful.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you for the inspiration.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions regarding those tools that we mentioned? You know them, you don't know them, you would like to know how to use them, or maybe share how you are using them? You know, this is this part when I'm asking whether how to engage people.
So I can share my experience with Slido, and that's the tool that I've first had a chance to use. Oh well, maybe like a bit less than 3 years ago, and I've learned it from the situation where during a town hall or an event like this, you know, like not an online event actually, but that was for a town hall, you know, like in a big kitchen or big room in the office with nearly 100 people, and that was perfect to gather questions. So during the presentation, when people, or like actually we launched it before the town hall, so because there were some universal questions that people had anyway, no matter what would be said during the town hall, so people could post their questions or during the event when new things were popping up, and others could vote them up or down. So that also helped to not only to gather the questions, but to prioritize which ones are the most important for everyone. And that was available, like we were also streaming the event online. So if someone wasn't in the office, they could also use the tool to ask questions. So that's something that can work perfectly, I guess, also if you have just an online event, and I would say no matter the size of it.
Yeah, and in the same way you can use Multimeter. There is the similar option when you can ask questions, or actually when people can ask questions that can be shown on the screen, for example. I've been using it when I've been working in the company that had 2 locations. So some people were in the main office, some other were in the second office. But we've been able to see all those questions, and it was a great tool to ask questions during town halls, actually, so that the presenters knew the reactions and the questions, and it was really engaging because people were asking about what has been said previously. So they could have like direct answers. So this is the way how we can engage people. Yeah, but well, they ask a question whether they feel they are heard, and whether they know that they will have the answer. Because when they are not sure, they don't believe, they won't take part. They won't attend. Okay, I'm coming back. I've got one more tool to show you, something very. I'm leaving it at the end because, well, that will be something like kind of distressing, hopefully, experience, but also to show you how you can engage people and how you can make them hopefully smiling. But before that, I would like to come back to your questions and to make sure, well, you've got the answers to your questions. So now I suggest like 10 minutes, more or less, to answer to your questions. And I'm coming back to the Padlet, and I'll be reading the questions. And also, if you would like to develop your question, I'll be grateful. And also share your different views and opinions if you want. Feel free, so that we've got different perspectives. So first of all, which tool is the best for what kind of a question? It's a very general question. Do you have any example so that I can try to answer to this question? Because, well, it may depend on the tool, but on the other hand, it may depend on the question. So if you would like to use, well, like open questions, you can use all the tools that allow you brainstorming, like using Post-its and gather ideas. But if you would like to have it structured, you can use, for example, Padlet, and have a kind of pre-selected categories. You can also create, let's say, another category like freestyle and put there everything that doesn't match to those previous ones. You can use Multimeter, you can use Slido, you can use Kahoot if you would like to make to have fun with people, and it's a kind of quiz. You can use the tool that I'm going to show you in a while that is called Pool Everywhere. I'm going to give you the list of all those tools, so no worries. So it depends on what you would like to achieve by asking the question, whether you would like to gather opinions, or maybe you would like to put some order, or maybe you would like to come up to a consensus. So you need a kind of voting to see what people think and what is the best option for them. You can, if you do not have the option to engage all people to express themselves, I mean to unmute. The good tool is the Padlet, so that you can comment on different topics. And it's also good when you know that you are working with a group that is not very talkable. It happens, of course. People may have a bad mood today. They don't want to say anything. So, but they may want to write something. And if you allow them to express anonymously, they will be probably more open to say what they think. And you will have everything in one place. I don't know whether who asked that question and whether I've managed to answer to it. Or maybe you would like to know something more.
Maybe I have a question to it, to what you just said, and that's what's your opinion about anonymous versus non-anonymous because in some of the companies where I have been, there has been the whole discussion around whether Slido or Mentimeter or whatever tool should be showing the names. And we request the employees to kind of sign up when they want to ask the question or comment, or if we should leave it anonymous and handle it no matter where it comes from.
What is better, the question is?
Maybe not what is better, but what maybe your experience or kind of thinking around it is.
My question, well, I always ask the question about what we want to achieve, because why we want them to sign up? Why we want them to give their names? It's not good or bad, but why is it important for us? It might be important because I imagine the situation that I'm working with my team, the team that I'm leading. And it might be important because they've got some, well, let's say we are brainstorming about team strategy. And we've got plenty ideas, but and we are under time pressure, so we do not have time to answer all those questions. So in this case, I would invite them to sign up with their names and ask the question so that I can come back directly to them. Yeah, so this is the reason I would ask for name. But you know, sometimes we've got situations when we should have people's opinion, but when they may feel not very comfortable with that. Yeah, in case, well, I will share my opinion, but I don't want to be well pointed out. I don't want them to come back to me. People may think that they will have some consequences of their answer. So, well, it's up to management to decide, or to the leader, time meeting owner, to decide what is more important: have people input or have their names. Yeah, because you want to progress, or you want to, well, come back and say, oh no, you cannot ask such a question. Yeah, your way of thinking is completely wrong. It's not like someone's way of thinking is wrong or not. Well, it depends. It always depends. Yeah, and people feel more open when they feel they are not judged. And it's, well, for me, it's natural way of thinking that when I think, well, they have to sign with the question with their names. Why is that? Yeah. Well, that's why today I decided, for example, because we've been discussing it with Diana, I decided to show you Padlet because you don't have to sign in. My initial idea was to use Miro because there are more options there. But I'm using free version of Miro, and I'm not able to share it with you so that you don't have to sign in. And I was thinking, well, you may feel uncomfortable with that. Why she wants me to sign in? We are on a webinar. Yeah, it's like 1 hour. She wants to collect my email address and then sending something. Yeah, you know, many questions. So think people will cooperate when they feel comfortable, and they need also to feel safe, simply. And of course, there is the stuff about GDPR, of course. Yeah, so many aspects to take into consideration. But people need to feel safe. And I think it's even more important today when we experience such an unsafe situation. So I think the environment during the meeting should be like careful, very careful. Okay, coming
I actually
back to
have a question that
yeah?
might be connecting to that one, because there was a like initially I wanted to just simply ask if there's any limitation of people for whom it makes sense to use the tools, like meaning the smallest group for which it makes sense. But what I thought of, and I'm not kind of still sure if that makes sense, is that even if you have 3 people, then you might need an anonymous tool because you want them to share something, right?
Yeah. I've been leading a difficult session many years ago. It was between, well, I was a kind of mediator between 3 teams because they were supposed to implement an IT solution. I was their boss, so even worse. And I had to, well, put in my facilitator shoes to be neutral. And I knew that there were many issues. Yeah, they were issues because of lack of communication and, well, never mind. I wanted them to come up to a conclusion, yeah, and to common solution. So it wasn't important for me who was the guilty one. And I asked them to, well, I decided to step out from the room and gave them like 15 minutes to write down their answers on Post-its. Yeah. And it wasn't important for me who wrote that Post-it. The important part was the problem. Yeah. And they felt more secure knowing that I don't know who was the author. Yeah. So it's always about the goal. Yeah. What you would like to achieve. If my goal would be to find the guilty person, well, you always can name your problem. Yeah, it's Peter or Anna, whoever. Yeah, but it's not the solution. So if people feel insecure, or if you have doubts or think that they may feel insecure, give them room for free expression. So it's always about the goal. That's why I'm so fanatic. Okay, another question.
That actually again made me think of something. I'm so sorry, I'm thinking about.
Okay.
And that was connected to this, you know, that you should be using those tools for a purpose because you want to achieve something. And then because I even remember myself thinking of it like, okay, we have those webinars, so maybe let's just kind of like add something, I don't know, like a Zoom poll or whatever, you know, like for the other ones, just for something to be happening there, you know, like, so that it's not cool. Just, so not just for the people to sit there and listen, but to, the question was like, but to what, right? But to give them something so that they can click on something, you know, like how often, for instance, during this kind of meetings, events, like webinars, where the idea is usually that there's someone speaking, presenting, 2-3 people discussing, and the rest is just listening. How much does it make sense to introduce this small elements, like you know, like one question poll at the beginning?
I think it's quite important. I would say that I would fit it like in the middle, not at the beginning. Because in the meeting, they may feel bored. Yeah, they may fall asleep, whatever. Yeah, turn off the camera. And well, it happened to me. How to say it in English? There is a dish in Poland that you have to, where you have to chip meat. And I heard this voice with that tool, like where someone was...
someone cooking.
Yeah, and I just thought, cool, I accept it, but just turn off the voice, yeah? So, but they may do different things, yeah, and we have to accept it. And when you create a kind of exercise in the middle, you can just wake them up, like asking a question about, guys, what are you thinking about? Or when we are during online meetings, I see you are a little bit bored. Okay, I know it's not a very interesting topic, but we have to do it. Like find something green around you and bring it here and show us. Yeah, and people will move. You lost like 3 minutes, so it's not much, but they will do something. Yeah, not just staring behind the monitor. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left. As far as I am concerned, I can still stay here and answer to your questions. So I know we've got limited time, but if you've got any questions, well, feel free. I can stay here longer. But for those who would like to come back to your duties, just one more tool that I would like to show you at the end. This is the kind of the question that is about completely nothing. It's like let me show you. Okay. Sorry, I lost my my link. Where is it? Here? Is it here? Okay. Yes, this is the one. Copy and paste. Okay, so click the link you've got. And what you can see there is what you can see here is a map. So please just well, choose the location. Where would you like to travel after pandemic time, and you will see what will happen. You will see what will happen. Okay, I will share my screen. And this is the tool called Pool Everywhere. And I think it's a great tool to see, well, for example, during a town hall, or if you work in a multicultural environment, to, for example, ask people, where are you from? Where are you located? Because we can work from home. So, well, I see Europe. Okay. Yeah, some interesting places here. Okay. Yeah, I would like to travel wherever it is possible, actually. Okay, so what you can see, we've got a kind of interactive map here, and you can just pick up the place and yeah, express your dreams. Okay. Diana, I'm looking at you right now.
Yes.
Whether you would like to officially end up the meeting, or I shall answer to some other questions. I'm free.
So yeah, like it depends if our audience has any any questions, any questions or not, because I think that this is a kind of a topic where we could share different cases, experiences, like how we used something in different situations, if it helped or not, and so on. So if anyone would like to discuss it further, then we're both available. And if you need to go, then thank you. And just to maybe quickly sum up, and here I have to come back to my screen view. Okay, because I wanted to sum up with reminding you that in 2 weeks we have another webinar. This time we'll be focusing on chatbots and if and how to use them for internal purposes in organizations, for internal comms mainly. But we'll have a look into different cases. So if you're interested, then don't forget to register and to come. And if you'd like to stay longer here today with me and Agata, then please do, and we can discuss more about the tools and our experiences with them. So thank you.
Thank you.